telling the difference between want-tos and have-tos. If you suspect that your reflexive thinking is pushing you into a perfectionistic lifestyle, it's time for self-coaching. How can you tell whether your desire to sing in the choir, to decorate your living room, or to run a marathon is driven by a legitimate or a neurotic ambition? In order to make this distinction, you'll need to learn to distinguish between your want-tos and your have-tos. The essential difference can be stated thus. Want-tos are driven by a desire for self-satisfaction, not for any ulterior, control-driven motive. Have-tos are driven by insecurity. They are compulsive, rigid attempts to use whatever you're doing to feel more in control. If what you want to do is driven by a legitimate and sincere desire, it's going to feel like a want-to. If, on the other hand, reflexive thinking is involved, then it's going to feel much more compulsive, a have-to. Want-tos can be intense and passionate experiences, but they're not perfectionistic because your motive isn't control. That's reserved for have-tos. You'll need to decide, do I feel I want to or do I have to? Don't be surprised if at first want to and have to seem identical. You may, for example, hear yourself saying, I want to keep my house spotless. Upon closer examination, however, you may detect your child reflex convincing you that unless your house is spotless, you can't relax and enjoy it. Or worse, you won't be seen as perfect. In this case, the truth would be that in order to feel in control, you have to keep your house spotless. Be patient and use all your self-coaching tools to help you differentiate between whether you want to or you have to do something. Self-coaching reflection. The perfectionism rule of thumb. If what you engage in restores and rejuvenates you, consider it healthy. If what you engage in depletes you, stresses you, or makes you anxious or depressed, consider it unhealthy.